Hey fellas, how's it going? Manga Booster 2 is just around the corner, and hopefully I actually get this video out before the Manga Booster released. I haven't had much time recently for video editing and whatnot, but that's a whole other thing. Let's just get right into it. It is a very small set. We're going to talk about all of the new cards right now. I'm not going to bother with the reprints, and we're just going to jump right into Red. The leader for Red this set is Trunks Future from the Android Saga. Android Saga, Cell Saga, you know what I mean. He's standard on the front. When attacking, draw a card, awakens at 4 and draws a card. Once awakened, he has a permanent. Opponent's turn. If a battle card with Evolve in your battle area would be KO'd, you may switch one field in your battle area to rest mode instead. So, as long as he has a field, he has KO protection once a turn. And obviously, he still draws a card. Now, because of how integral it is to the entire deck functioning, we're going to skip right to the field card. It is the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, permanent if your leader is Trunks Future, and Evolve would activate on a battle card with saying its special traits from your hand. You can choose a card from under this card in a battle area. So your Evolve targets go under this card, which makes them immune to removal, unless, of course, your opponent has field removal. So, field removal is going to really hurt this leader a lot. First battle card we're going to look at, a 1-cost North Kai, 5k combo, 5k power. On play, if your leader is Trunks Future, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with Evolve and add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of their owner's deck in a random order. So it is a searcher for your Evolve cards, not much more to say about it. Next we have the 1-cost Goku, it is 10k combo, 5k power, end of your turn. Return this card from a battle area to its owner's hand, place any number of battle cards with Saiyan and Lookout in their special traits from your hand or battle area under Hyperbolic Time Chamber in your battle area until it has 2 or fewer cards under it. Then draw 1 card for each card placed by this skill. So you play this down, it bounces back to your hand, you pick 2 of your Saiyans with Lookout and their special traits, put them under the chamber, and then those cards replace themselves. So this is how we're getting cards into the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, and it's not bad for doing that. You're replacing the cards in hand that you're putting into the chamber. So anytime you can do something while replacing that card in your hand is really strong, as we know from Cell existing. And next we have the card that evolves on top of that card is a 3-cost 20k Goku with 5k power. When attacking, if there is a Hyperbolic Time Chamber in your battle area, choose up to 1 battle card in your opponent's battle area, it gets minus 15,000 power for the turn. So it is very similar to the 3-cost Gohan from set 2, with the exception of the Self-Awakening. So it is going to help you with removal. So it's not bad. Pretty straightforward, not much to say about it. Next card is a 2-cost Gohan, 10k combo, 10k power. On play, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Then if there is a Hyperbolic Time Chamber in your battle area, choose up to 1 battle card in your opponent's battle area, it gets minus 10,000 power for the turn. So it is a Self-Awakener, that's also removal. It is the base of your Gohan chain. You're going to be evolving into this Gohan, or you're going to evolve a Gohan on top of this Gohan. And the card we're evolving on top of that Gohan is this 4-cost, 20k, 10k combo. It evolves for 1 energy on top of a Gohan with Lookout, so specifically that one we just saw. And permanent, opponent's turn. This card in a battle area gets 20,000 power, making it a 40k, making it fairly difficult to remove. Not much more to say about that, it is a decent card in the deck. And then evolving on top of that Gohan for 1 energy is this 6-cost, 35k, 5k combo on play until the end of your opponent's next turn. Your Trunks Future leader gets 5k plus 5k power. So it buffs your leader for the offense and the defense, and it's a 35k swing. So that's not a bad card. And now we have our first SR. It is an 8-cost Gohan with 50,000 power. It evolves for 2 energy on top of a Gohan with a cost of 4 or more. So you could evolve this onto the 4, or you could evolve it on top of the 6 if you wanted to. Anyways, on play, choose up to 1 battle card with 35,000 power or less in your opponent's battle area and KO it. So it removes a big card while swinging for 50. It's pretty good. It's pretty straightforward. I don't really have much to say. Next card is a 2-cost Tien. It is 10k combo, 5k power. On play, if your leader is Trunks Future, add 1 card from your life to your hand. So that's mandatory. Then choose up to 1 battle card with 25,000 power or less in your opponent's battle area It can't attack during your opponent's next turn. So thematically, I love this card because you're taking the life and you're stunning the 4-cost cell. It's the scene from the anime. Actual playability, I don't know. Because the life take is mandatory, it limits when you would want to play this. You could use it early game as a Self-Awakener, which I guess is alright, but you're not getting that stun for the most value it could possibly get. Like, early game, you're going to play this, stun a 1-cost that can't swing into you anyway. Like, okay, cool. I don't know, I'd have to wait and see, but I feel like this card loses value the more the game goes on, because especially when you're at 3, you're not going to want to play this and then knock yourself to 2. Next card is the 2-cost Trunks. This is the base of our Trunks evolution line. It is 5k power, 10k combo. On play, if your leader is Trunks Future, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Then look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 card of Saiyan and special traits, add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of their owner's deck in a random order. So it is a searcher that you can also put in the time chamber and evolve on top of it. It's pretty straightforward. It's also a Self-Awakener. It's a good card overall. The card we're evolving on top of that one, a 4-cost 20k Trunks with 5k combo power. On play, if your leader is Trunks Future, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck. Go up to 1 card with Saiyan and special traits, add it to your hand. Place the rest bottom of their owner's deck in random order. So it is another card that replaces itself. It's quite good just on that alone. Also, it evolves for 1. I think I forgot to mention that. And now evolving on top of that card is our second SR. It is a 6-cost, 35k power, 5k combo Trunks. Again, evolves for 1 energy onto the 4-cost. On play, choose up to 2 battle cards in your opponent's battle area. They get minus 15,000 power for the turn. So it helps with removal. If you have Goku on the field, you're minusing something by 30 when Goku swings after playing this. Like, this card's pretty good. I mean, it's an SR, it's going to be good. I like it. Next card is a 1-cost Piccolo. On play, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 non-Piccolo card with Lookout and special traits, add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of their owner's deck in random order. So it's a searcher. This one is specifically searching for the base of your chains, where the King Kai is searching for the evolve pieces. I don't know if I like having the 2 separate searchers, because one of them, they're going to miss the other thing's targets, so you might miss important pieces. A searcher that just picked up Saiyans would be much better in the deck. Off the top of my head, I don't know if that exists in red, so I'd have to look. Next card is a 1-cost Vegeta. The stats are flipped from the Goku. This one's 10k power, 5k combo, end of your turn. Turn this card from battle area to its owner's hand. Place any number of battle cards with Saiyan and Lookout in their special traits from your hand or battle area under Hyperbolic Time Chamber in your battle area until it has 2 or fewer cards under it. Then draw 1 card for each card placed by the skill. So it's just Goku with flipped stats. Does the same things as Goku. And then last we have the only Vegeta evolve target in the set. It is a 3-cost 20k, 10k combo. Evolves for 1. On play, if there's a Hyperbolic Time Chamber in your battle area, this card gets plus 15,000 power for the turn. So he swings for 35 once, and then swings for 20 any turn he exists after. It's not super great. It's all we have right now, though. Which brings us to the end of Red. So, how do I feel about Trunks? I think the leader is good, but he's not quite there yet. I've kind of mentioned it when we talked about the 3-cost Vegeta. We do know the next set this leader is getting support, and that support does look fairly good. So he's okay, it's just not his time, is how I feel overall about future Trunks. Moving into blue, the blue leader for the set is Gotenks. He is standard on the front, and when awakened, he draws a card, activate main once per turn. During this turn, if you use an extra with an original cost of 3 in both Saint, Earthling, and special traits, this card gets plus 15,000 power for the turn. So he is a 35k swing if you use an extra card, free cost specifically, a Saiyan and Earthling. First card we're going to look at is a 1 cost Gotenks, 5k combo, 10k power, activate main, discard 1 card from your hand, place this card in a battle area into its owner's drop. If your leader is Gotenks, play up to 1 Sun Goten or Trunks, both with a cost of 2 from your drop in rest mode. So this has a lot of potential. This could, in theory, be a turn 1 Self-Awakener, which is alright. Like, you would discard the 2 cost Trunks that takes a life on play, and also swings for 25 if you have 7 or less in hand. And then you would switch that in the drop for this, and then you're Self-Awakening, and you have a fairly decent early game attacker on turn 1. That's one option. I'm sure there's many other things you're doing with this card, but just off the top of my head, looking at this card in a vacuum, that's a thing you could do. I don't know if it's worth doing because you're going down in card value overall by discarding. Next card is a 1 cost Gotenks, 10k combo, 10k power. On play, draw a card, then discard 1 card from your hand, so we're cycling. Activate main, place this card from a battle area into its owner's drop if your leader is Gotenks. Add up to 1 extra with a cost of 3 and both Saiyan, Earthling, and special traits from your drop to your hand. So you could play this turn 1, draw a card, discard an extra, and then put this in the drop to pull back your extra. I don't know if that's the intention. I feel like this is more late game filtering and extra recursion for when you have your leader ability to swing those 35k swings, rather than grabbing the card early game. You could do both. You could early game just try to filter and get your extra back off of this if you decide to discard one. Next card is a 4 cost Gotenks, 25k power, 5k combo. On play, look at 7 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 extra, add it to your hand, place the rest at the bottom of their owner's deck in a random order. So he finds an extra for you on play, and when KO'd, if your leader is Gotenks, play up to 1 each of Goten and Trunks, both with a cost of 2, from your drop in rest mode. So you're incentivized to not KO him and deal with him through other means, otherwise there's going to be value from the Trunks and Goten being played. So that's good. Like, making it awkward for your opponent. They have to figure out some other way to get rid of this, or accept that you're going to be getting those 2 cards on the field. Next card is a 4 cost Gotenks, 25k power, 5k combo. Activate main once per turn. If your leader is Gotenks, you use an extra with an original cost of 3 in both Saiyan and Earthling and special traits. During this turn, switch this card in a battle area to active mode. So he gets to restand when you use your extra. So if you use an extra, this card is swinging twice, and then your leader is swinging 35. So that's a fair amount of pressure. Next card, believe it or not, is a 4 cost Gotenks. This one, however, has 30k power and no combo. When attacking once per turn, during this turn, use an extra with an original cost of 3 or more in both Saiyan and Earthling and special traits. Draw 2 cards. So, important note, this card is not leader locked, so Gohan can make use of it. Well, anyone can make use of it, but besides Gotenks, Gohan would be the best to make use of this card. And yeah, you get to draw 2 cards for doing what you want to do anyway. That's not bad at all. Next card is a 4 cost Goku, 30k power, 0 combo when attacking. If your leader is Gotenks, play up to 1 each of Sun Goten and Trunks, both with a cost of 2 from your drop in rest mode. So this card swings and immediately gets you value by playing 2 cards from drop. And then as long as this card is on the field, he can continue to keep doing that. And then you'll have a Goten and Trunks to do Goten and Trunks things. This card is very strong. Next card is a 2 cost Goten, 10k combo, 10k power, permanent. If you don't have a Goten in your battle area, reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 1. So he's a 1 if you don't have a Goten. Activate main for 1 energy. Place this card in 1 Trunks Youth with a cost of 2 from your battle area into its owner's drop. Your leader is Gotenks. Draw 1 card. Then play up to 1 Gotenks with a cost of 4 from your hand. So considering these can be recurred from the drop, and then you use that energy to play the Gotenks, and then that replaces itself in hand, there's a lot of value to this card. I like it a lot. And next we have a 2-cost Goten and Trunks card, so it's to cover both names. Very similar to Mighty Mask. On play, if your leader is Gotenks and you have an extra in your drop, add up to 1 Gotenks with a cost of 4 from your drop to your hand. So this recurs your Gotenks cards. So you can play this off of the Goku, pick up a 4-cost Gotenks from the drop, and then use the Goten's ability to play that Gotenks you just picked up. So this deck has a lot of recursion going on in it, which is typical for blue. But yeah, this card, very good for the deck. 4-cost Gohan, 30k power, 5k combo permanent. If your leader has both Saiyan and Earthling special traits and you have a Gotenks with a cost of 4 in your battle area, reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 2. So you can play this for 2 if you have a Gotenks. On play, during this turn, the next time you use an extra, reduce the cost by specifically blue, like 1 specified blue energy. So in Gohan, this makes the extra you use for that turn free, where Gotenks still would have to pay for it unless there's something on his extra cards that say otherwise. Spoilers. But yeah, this card seems fairly important. Next card is a 2-cost Trunks, 10k combo, 10k power. It is the reverse of the Goten we saw, that it's 1 if there's no Trunks on the board, and then you're placing this card in 1 Goten in the drop to draw a card and play a Gotenks with a cost of 4. It's just as good as the Goten. We've seen it already, and not much more to say that we've not covered already. Next card, 1-cost Piccolo, 5k power, 5k combo. On play, look at 5 cards from top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Goten or Trunks. Add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of their owner's deck in a random order. So it's a searcher looking for Goten and Trunks. Not much more to say about it. Moving into the extra cards, we have 3-cost Super Ghost Kamikaze attack, Saiyan and Earthling, permanent. If your leader is Gotenks, and you have a Gotenks with a cost of 4 in your battle area, reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 2. So this becomes free if you have the Gotenks, and then you play Gohan. Choose up to 1 Gotenks with a cost of 4 in your battle area. It gets 25,000 power for the turn. So if you play this on the Gotenks that is a dual attack, it's now a 50k swing for the turn, and because you use an extra, you get to restand it. So that is pretty strong. Next card, a 3-cost extra Saiyan and Earthling, Ultra Boo Boo Volleyball. Permanent. If your leader is Gotenks, you have a Gotenks cost of 4, reduce this card in hand by 2, same as the last one. Activate main, choose up to 1 battle card in your opponent's battle area with cost less than or equal to the total cost of battle cards in your battle area. Place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. So you're bottom decking a card equal to however many you have on field. It's just removal, not much more to say about it. It fulfills your leader ability and your battle cards ability. Fusion Training, it's a 0-cost extra. Discard 2 cards from your hand. If your leader is Gotenks, look at 10 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 each of Goten and Trunks, both cost 2 or less, add them in your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of their owner's deck in random order. So you're filtering out 2 cards to find a Goten and a Trunks. We're looking at the top 10. Very likely you hit them. Might not hit the ones you want to hit, but with the amount of Goten and Trunks you should be running in this deck, I imagine you're gonna hit them. And the last card for blue, Death Missile Chain. Again, it fulfills our leader ability. It has that permanent like every other extra. Has an activate main, discard 1 card from your hand. Choose all battle cards with costs of 3 or less in your opponent's battle area and place them at the bottom of their owner's deck in a random order. So this card is simultaneously very good and very bad. This is what we would call like a meta card. If there's a lot of low to the ground aggro, think like Ginyu, then this card is really good. If you're running into a lot of Ginyu, this card shuts them down very easily. Things like that. In the current meta we're in, you don't really see that too often, so at this point in time, it might not be that great of a card, unless Starter Frieza becomes very popular with like the low to the ground Rikum Ginyu type of stuff, which we'll talk about a little later. But yeah, this card, it's a meta pick. It depends what you're running into, will determine its usefulness. That's really all there is to it. Next up we have green, and the green leader for the set is Goku. He is standard on the front and on the back. When attacking, once per turn, draw one card. So he wants to awaken like Super Boo, where you swing and then awaken mid-swing. Then he has an activate main once per turn. Add one card from your life to your hand. If you only have cards with Planet Namek and their special traits in your battle area, switch this card to active mode. Then this card gets 10,000 power for the turn. So he swings for 20 and then 30. And he also does have that mechanic where he is taking his own life. So there's going to be a question about how much old Nameku support this leader is going to use compared with the support from this set. We're going to see how people balance it. I'm sure someone will come up with a list that's a good mix of both. But yeah, we'll have to see as time goes on that one. First battle card is a 3-cost Krillin, 10k combo, 10k power. Permanent, if this card in a battle area is in rest mode, your opponent can't attack leaders. When KO'd, if your leader has Planet Namek and special traits, look through your life and play up to one Goku with a cost of 7 or less and Planet Namek and special traits. Shuffle your life. So this has potential to just drop the secret rare whenever, or any other Goku, and just high rolling the secret rare off of this card would be pretty funny. But yeah, overall, there are ways to deal with this without KOing it. Like, red just won't care if you play this against them. It is a little more effort for blue to get rid of it, but they definitely can get rid of it on curve. And yeah, if it works, and it works very well, but there's a lot of ways around it. I guess yellow would just have to deal with it, though, so against yellow, you'd probably slam this down. And it would at least buy you a turn until they could play, like, the 4-cost Frieza to get rid of this through its effect. And then even then, they'd have to wait a turn, because they wouldn't have the energy to play the Frieza. This has potential to slow down certain decks, for sure. Or they just accept that there's a Goku on field. Next card is a 1-cost Guru, 10k combo, 5k power. Permanent, this card can't attack. Okay. On play, discard one card from your hand. If your life is at 3 or less, choose up to one of your leaders or up to one of the cards in your battle area, both with Planet Namek and their special traits. It gets 15,000 power for the turn. Then you can't play Guru for the turn. Okay, so it's similar to Margarita in that sense. You have to discard, however. You could discard a 0, and then you're not going down on anything. So, like, you're turning a 0 into 15,000 power, essentially, is how I'm reading this. And then you're comboing the Guru on whatever you're swinging. So this is for, like, going for a game kind of thing. Okay, it's alright. Next card is a 3-cost Goku, 25k, 0 combo, blocker. On play, if your leader has Planet Namek and special traits, and a card is removed from your life during this turn, draw one card. So it replaces itself if you play it after using your leader ability. I guess that's okay, and then it is fairly statted for a blocker if you want to use it for that, but you probably more likely swing it. The fact that it's a viable attacker into any leader that also replaces itself is fairly good. Next card is a 5-cost Goku with 30k power, 5k combo. On play, if your leader has Planet Namek and special traits, add up to one card from your hand to the bottom of your life. So this cycles life, which is very good, because prior to this, the last card in your life, that was just the last card. You don't get to play with that card. Whereas with this, you're putting a card on the bottom of your life, so you have potential to grab that card. Next card we have is a 5-cost 35k Goku. This is an SR. On play, if your leader has Planet Namek and special traits, and your life is at 3 or less, add the top card of your deck to your life. So that part's leader locked, but generically, activate main, switch this card in a battle area to active mode. I think that's very strong. It's a 35k dual attacker, and every other leader could potentially play this after playing Beast Gohan. So they're swinging 50, 35, 35 for 8 energy. That's a lot of pressure if you choose to do that. And as far as our Nameku's go, I think this could be useful for both of them. Like, let's say you're old Nameku, you swing your leader, you're at 3 life, and they're at 3 life. They don't take the hit. So your double striker won't work. Now you could just say, alright, cool, drop this, go to 4 life, so the next turn on the crackback, it's harder for them to get their double striker to land because you have that extra life buffer, and then you're swinging 35 twice. I could see this being played in both Namakus, because it does swing for 35 twice in a turn, which is fairly strong. And then it does have that defensive utility to it. I like this card a lot. Just the fact it can be played after playing Beast Gohan just makes it generically good too. Like, this is a good SR. Next card is a 3-cost Gohan, 15k power, 5k combo. On play, if your leader has Planet Namek and special traits, play up to 1 Krillin with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. When attacking, add 1 card from your life to your hand, add up to 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your life. So again, we're cycling our life with this. And this does have potential to put the big 7-cost Goku into your life, and then Krillin is on the field. So they would have to deal with that Krillin before they can do anything to your leader, which would potentially play out the Goku. I like that. I like what we're doing here. I see the vision for sure. Next card, a 3-cost Dende, 10k combo, 5k power, activate main, place this card from a battle area into its owner's drop. Leader has Planet Namek and special traits, play up to 1 Gohan Youth or Krillin, both with a cost of 3 or less from your drop. So drop recursion for the Gohans and that Krillin. Next we have a 2-cost Nail, 15k power, 10k combo. On play, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, Self-Awakener, not bad. Activate main, place this card in 1 Piccolo with a cost of 2 or less from your battle area into their owner's drop. If your leader has Planet Namek and special traits, play up to 1 Piccolo with a cost of 4 from your hand. I don't like that old Piccolo can't play this. Like, that leader ability should have said if your leader has Planet Namek or Namekian. No, if your leader has Planet Namek or only Namekian. I think the original Piccolo leader is only Namekian. That's Saiyan Saga, so it shouldn't have the God trait yet. Point is, that leader definitely should have been able to use this to play out a 4-cost Piccolo. And the fact he can't is kind of weird, but I get it. They wanted to support the Planet Namek archetype, so sure, I guess. Maybe we'll get a Planet Namek Piccolo in the future. Next card is a 1-cost Piccolo. On play, draw 1 card, so turn 3 you could play Nail and this, and then Nail is ready to use that activate main. And we'll be using that activate to play the 4-cost Piccolo, 25k stat line with 5k combo. When attacking once per turn, draw 1 card, so that alone is really good. Just a unrestricted, no condition, just attack, draw. Then if your leader has Planet Namek and special traits, and your life set 3 or less, add up to 1 card from your hand to the top or bottom of your life. So just generically, he draws, and then with the Planet Namek leaders, you get to add a card to your life. I like this card a lot. Like, just generically, 4 energy, draw a card on attack, that is pretty good. Next card, a 3-cost Bulma, 5k power, 5k combo. On play, if your leader has Planet Namek and special traits, add 1 card from your life to your energy in rest mode. Then add up to 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your life. So you ramp with this, and then you put a card into your life. Okay. So it's another thing setting up your life. So this leader is doing a lot of... you're pushing the cards in your life up 1 a fair bit. It's very interesting. I do like it. Next card, a 1-cost Vegeta, 15k power, 5k combo. On play, if your leader has Planet Namek and its special traits, add 1 card from your life to your hand. So it is a 1-cost Self-Awakener. When attacking, if a card is removed from your life during this turn, this card gets plus 5,000 power for the battle. So he swings for 20, and he's a Self-Awakener. That card's, it's pretty good. It's an offensive Murray with less combo power, but that's because it's offensive. So I get it. There's a trade-off if you want to punch harder while still awakening versus just playing Murray and he just exists and you self-awaken. Green got a super combo. I only just now noticed red and blue didn't get them, but it's Vegeta. Not much to say, it's a super combo. Our first extra card for green is Angry Kamehameha. It costs 1, activate battle your turn. If a card is removed from your life during this turn, your card that's in a battle gets 30,000 power for the battle, so that is a huge amount of power added for 1 energy. And the condition in the new Nameku leader isn't that hard to fulfill. Not hard at all. So this definitely should be seen play. I could see you swinging 20 with your lead, activating your ability, swing 30 with your lead, and then a double striker going in with this on top of it. And the last card for green is Solar Flare. Activate main, draw 1 card. Then if a card is removed from your life during this turn, choose up to 1 battle card with cost of 5 or less in your opponent's battle area. Can't attack during your opponent's next turn. So it's Chaozu as an extra card with different conditions. And this one does replace itself, so you're not potentially losing combo if they manage to remove the Chaozu. So that's the trade-off compared to Chaozu. I guess pick which one you like more. Like, they both have their pros and cons. Next we have yellow cards. There is no yellow leader for the set. It's a reprint of Starter Frieza, and there are only 6 new yellow cards in the set, so this shouldn't take very long. The first yellow card is a 5-cost Ginyu. He's got 25k power, 10k combo, permanent. Reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each card with Frieza Army and special traits in your battle area. End of your turn, if this card in a battle area is in rest mode, place it into its owner's drop. Then play up to 1 Ginyu with a cost of 1 from your drop. So Ginyu Frog, essentially. I don't know what to think of this card. You can potentially play this for 1, which is fairly good. It's a 1-cost 25k swing. You can never be mad at that. But then you have to restand this with your ability as opposed to something else you'd want to protect, and then you would lose it for not restanding this. I don't know how I feel about this card, I'm going to be honest. I think if you can play it for 1, it's really good to get a 25k swing, but then you have to ask yourself, are you protecting this, or are you protecting something else that might be more valuable? I just have to wait and see how people use this card. I'm just not sure right now what to think of it. Next card is a 1-cost Goldo, 10k power, 10k combo. On play, if your leader has Frieza Army special traits, add 1 card from your life to your hand, so that's a mandatory life take. Then choose up to 2 battle cards in your opponent's battle area, switch them to rest mode. I think this card's very good early game when you're against a leader you don't necessarily want to awaken. You can play this down to rest cards and self-awaken, and then swing into the cards on board. That's pretty good. Like, this card's really good. Next card is a 2-cost Zarbon with 30k power. He has critical, no combo power by the way. End of your turn. If this card in the battle area is in rest mode, place it into its owner's drop. So you're restanding this off of your leader ability, essentially, because you want to keep this around. It's a 30k crit, and you could play this fairly early. Like, once you awaken, you could potentially play 2 of these in a turn, and then that's what you're using your leader ability on. These can put out a lot of pressure. I like this card a lot. It would be crazy if this thing was 5k combo. So yeah, this is a fairly statted card. Next card is a 2-cost Goldo, 20k, 0 combo. When attacking, if your leader has Frieza Army and special traits, and you have 3 or more cards with Frieza Army and their special traits in your battle area, draw 1 card. So you could follow up a Raccoon Ginyu chain with this, and then this draws a card. So overall, from what I'm seeing, and what we're about to see, Frieza has options now. He can either do the mid-range thing he's doing with the Frieza clan, the Mecha Frieza into the King Cold, into whatever 4-cost Frieza clan you have, or he could do a lower to the ground, more aggro Raccoon Ginyu into all these other 2-cost cards, kind of like what he was doing back in the early days of Fusion World, like set 1 and 2. So I like that he's getting options. I don't think you try to run a mix of the 2, because you just won't have enough room. I think you either pick one. Next card is a 2-cost Frieza, 20k power, again 0 combo. This is an SR. On play, if your leader has Frieza Army and special traits, play up to one non-Frieza battle card with a cost of 2 or less in Frieza Army and its special traits from your hand. So you could go very wide turn 3. You could do Raccoon and Ginyu, restand the 2 energy, play this, and then play out Dodoria, and then you've produced 4 swings for 3 energy, plus your leader swing. So Frieza is going to be able to really put out pressure early game. Last card for yellow is a 3-cost Frieza, 20k power, 10k combo. Permanent, if your leader is Frieza and your non-Frieza battle card would be removed from battle area by an opponent's skill, you may switch this card in battle area to rest mode instead. And then just generically, on play, draw 1 card. It's a fine card. I don't hate it. I don't really have much to say about it. It's very straightforward. Next up is black, which they did not have a leader this set. The reprint leader was Shenron, which was a crime. It should have been King Piccolo because he needed the most support out of any black leader, but he did get some support, which brings us into the cards. The first card is a 3-cost symbol, 15k power, 10k combo. Permanent, opponent's turn. If your leader is King Piccolo, your King Piccolo can't be removed from the battle area by your opponent's skills. So he shields King Piccolo cards, which is pretty good. On play, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with Demon Clan special traits, add to your hand, place the rest at the bottom of their owner's deck in a random order. So he also replaces himself on play. This card is fairly good. Protecting King Piccolo, replaces itself. It isn't a viable attacker late game, but you wouldn't want to swing this anyway because you're making it vulnerable, which then makes your King Piccolos vulnerable. Next card is Mercenary Tao. He is a 4-cost, 30k, 5k combo. On play, place 1 card from your hand on top of its owner's deck. Choose up to 1 battle card with a cost of 3 or less in your opponent's battle area and KO it. When attacking, place the top 4 cards of your deck into their owner's drop. So you're setting up your top deck. If you have a card that has an effect when placed in the drop, you're removing your opponent's last card they played, assuming you're playing this on curve. And it just does what Shenron wants to do. It's a very good card for the Shenron deck. Next card is the 3-cost Drumlin. He is 25k power, 0 combo. When attacking and when KO'd, if your leader is King Piccolo, draw 1 card. That's technically an unconditional when attacking draw card. And it also incentivizes your opponent to not KO this, and they'll have to dedicate actual removal to it. Otherwise you get that draw. I get why this is a 0 combo, because once you play this, it's immediately getting value for you when it attacks, and then the longer this stays on the board, the more value it's going to pick up for you. So I think this is a fair card. It's pretty good for the deck. Next card is King Piccolo, a 3-cost, 25k, 0 combo power. On play, if your leader is King Piccolo and you don't have an energy marker, you place 1 energy marker, then add up to 1 card from your life to your hand and play up to 1 demon egg from your hand or drop. So this card does a lot. You play it, it takes a life, you get an energy marker, and you get to play an egg from drop, which will let you play out another demon clan at the end of turn. It's doing a lot. It's a fairly good card, but I don't know if this is enough to make the deck viable. That's just how bad of a position that leader is in. It was definitely a decision to make it a crit leader with only 15k, where every other crit leader has 20, among other things, but this isn't the complain about King Piccolo video. Next card is General Blue, 2-cost, 20k, 5k combo. Permanent. This card can't be attacked by leaders or battle cards with costs of 3 or less, so it has some decent protection to it off of that. When attacking, place top 2 cards of your deck into their owner's drop. It does what Shenron wants to do, and they have to actually dedicate a pretty sizable swing to removing this card. It's pretty good. And the last card for black is a 3-cost, 35k, 10k combo Red Ribbon Robot. Permanent. This card can't attack, except it can. Activate main, place 1 battle card from your battle area into its owner's drop. Place the top 3 cards of your deck into their owner's drop, then negate the skills of this card in a battle area for the turn. So you're putting this down, you're KOing, or is it KO or is it remove? you're placing a card into the drop, so no on KO effects. And then you're milling the top 3, which is what Shenron wants to do. And then this can swing for 35 because you've negated its skills for the turn. So yeah, this card is pretty good. It's a 3 cost that swings for 35, which, to be fair, Shenron doesn't usually have the hand to combo, so I understand that. And there's a bit of conditions you have to fulfill. Like, this has to remove one of your battle cards to actually do what it wants to do. But it can be any battle card, so you could just play a card that draws you a card and then remove that with this and then swing for 35. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like it a lot. Alright fellas, that is it for the new cards in the Manga Booster. Overall, I don't think this set is going to be as impactful as the first Manga Booster. Don't get me wrong, the cards are still good. There are still good leaders in this set. It's just, you gotta remember what the first Manga Booster gave us in terms of, like, the meta. Like, Red Cell and Boo. Like, let's be honest here. And I do think Trunks needs another set before he can really take off. Like, we know he's getting support in set 8, and that support that we've seen so far is fairly good for him. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching once again. Until next time, take care. See you all later.